people, old people, let them young kids play the drums and the guitar.
Right.
Y'all teach them how to do it. That way you
Yep.
can have a Sunday to sit there with your wife if you want to. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You let them take over. We having youth take over, whatever y'all want to call it, and then let
Mm-hmm.
them play, let them, whatever. But they
Yep.
won't do it. They won't give it up, dog. They will not give it up. And I don't understand it, but they won't give it up.
Because that's
That's
what,
the
like
reason
I
why
said, that's
church
what
is
we do.
empty right now.
Yep. See, that's what we do. Our kids, like I say, they take up the money
Yeah.
along
Yeah.
with the deacons. There always be two of us up front with them. We hold them
Uh-huh.
like we got a little bitty baby, man. I think she like three, two and a
Uh-huh.
half, maybe three.
Mm-hmm.
And she want to come up all the time with us. So the last couple of weeks, 2-3
Mm-hmm.
weeks, I've been having her come up. She'll come up, she'll hold a little money
Oh,
basket.
yeah, that's what's up,
Yeah,
man.
and she's like three, and she love it. Every Sunday she look forward to it. So we start them off early. She want to come up. Hey, we let her come on up. Come
Yeah.
on up, stand with us.
Yeah.
Yep. So
And leaders, y'all gotta take note. If it's your church and you are the pastor and or you somebody in leadership, y'all gotta start taking notice at that, man.
right.
When the young people start leaving, and when you heard them start saying stuff like, "Could you at until you get 18, they make
Mm-hmm.
you come to church." They be like, "Hey, if you staying in my house, you coming to
Yeah,
church."
you got
And
to get up.
and there's another thing too why they be like, "Hey," which is gonna lead to my next point is that, "Hey, I'm going to a church where I don't want to be there. They ain't let me do
Mm-hmm.
nothing, and the word ain't relatable. The
Right.
way the leader is teaching, the way he's bringing forth, it ain't relatable to them. They can't grasp what you saying, like, because you get
Mm-hmm.
two scriptures and you holler all the rest of the time,
Right.
wiping sweat and hollering and wiping sweat, and they just like I don't like what I supposed to do with this. I got like I know John 3:16. I've been hearing that all my life. And then you
Mm-hmm.
just holler for 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes. Then you get out the little fad music and everybody start getting up, jumping around, dancing. And that ain't
Right.
relatable to them, bro. I'm just
Right.
saying, you
And
know?
and I tell you another thing too. What you said too, as far as like when you 18,
Yeah.
you come under 18, you come into church. And
Yeah.
see, that's another thing that we do too. That elderly people got to realize too, and that's
Uh-huh.
what we have learned to adapt on that too.
You
Like
got to, bro.
when they get 18 and
You got to.
some of them, probably still in high school too, like
Mm-hmm.
17ish, 18ish or whatever. They probably ain't gonna come every Sunday
Right.
because it is what it is, like
Is
college
what it
students or
is.
just out
Yeah.
of school. And
Exactly.
cause we did the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then eventually through the years, you're gonna eventually, because we already put that spiritual foundation
Yeah.
down on them when they was young. Once they, they're gonna grow away from the church. It is what it is. They're gonna grow away from the church for a while.
Yeah. And they're gonna come
Like
back.
we did, and then you're
Yeah.
gonna come back full circle. Once they get a little
Exactly.
older, they're gonna come back. So in
Yeah.
that process, in between that process, what the super saints got to realize that you can't put that pressure on them like that, and try to,
Can't do it.
you pushing them all the way away from the church.
Yeah, you with your judging self, which you ain't supposed to
Yeah.
do. They said,
Mm-hmm.
"Judge not lest ye be judged." With your
Right.
condemning self, does it? There's no
Yeah.
condemnation, and you all these other things y'all got that y'all do that y'all do. I don't know if y'all know it or not because you getting one scripture or two scriptures per
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, and you running and
Mm-hmm.
hollering through the church. The rest of it, you ain't learned nothing. So
Right.
that's what made me say this. Like they may not find the Bible as being relatable only because of the way the leader is teaching it.
Right.
Because you can take
Right.
Bibles, you can take just like for example, um, Joshua chapter 6. Let's talk about the walls of Jericho, right? They
Mm-hmm.
may sit up there and get it, read it line for line for line for line. My whole take on it, I will come in a perspective like in regards to following instruction. Who like to follow
Mm-hmm.
instruction? Who everybody probably gonna raise their hand. Then you
Right.
go through it step by step, and you say, well, this is what they did. They
Mm-hmm.
the Lord gave Joshua this instruction. He did this. I ain't y'all saints. It's Joshua chapter 6. Go read it. I'm not